What's going on, wrestling fans? It's Matty G, and we are back here in Union for Pro Wrestling Union's next episode of Explosion. And tonight we have got 4 great matches for you with 2 main events. First up on our card, we've got Chase Emery with his new manager, Derek Vanderford, as he will be facing Christian Cross. And then our 2 main events, we've got James Johnson, who answered the challenge to Randy Wayne, the champion, and they will be battling for the Pro Wrestling Union Heavyweight Championship. And then we'll end the night with a tag team match for the tag team championship. We've got Inglorius versus the Heatseekers. We've seen it once here at Pro Wrestling Union, and we know that there's going to be something great to look forward to in that. So stick around for the great action that we have tonight at Pro Wrestling Union on Explosion. Now we'll send it off to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a next episode of Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. I'm M.Cole Mcabee, and calling the action with me on this particular episode, he's an actor, he's a writer, director, producer, podcaster, the one and only M.Cole Smallwood. M.Cole Smallwood, welcome to Pro Wrestling Union, sir.
Thank you so much for having me, Cole. I have traveled all over the country. I have done all sorts of things in entertainment, but let me tell you something. Pro wrestling is my first love. I will always come back to the squared circle, and I am super excited to be a part of Pro Wrestling Union, the hottest new company in the country. It's a blast to be here.
Well, right now in the ring, you saw him just a moment ago. You have the G, Frederick Vanderford, with his new client, Chase Emery. And their opponent is about to come out now. He's the punk pirate of professional wrestling, straight from Tennessee. Here he comes. It is Christian Cross. Now, he was here on the last episode. He didn't pick up the victory, but he was very impressive, and he's back again at Pro Wrestling Union. Now, M.Cole Smallwood, I'll ask you this question. How many pirates do you know come from the state of Tennessee?
Not a lot of them. It's famously landlocked. But I'll tell you this. It's exciting to see Christian Cross. You know, we're in early days here in Pro Wrestling Union, and everybody's hungry for that heavyweight championship. Christian Cross, not quite finding the pieces to put it together yet, but it's early. He can maybe get it together if he figures out a good place to throw that jacket.
Well, the cameraman about got taken out there by that jacket, but now we got these 2 men. And they're getting ready to lock up, but no, wait a minute. Christian Cross ducks under, gets him in the waist lock. Now, this is unfamiliar territory for Chase Emery, because normally this is the kind of thing that he does, but he reverses it back onto Christian Cross. Very amateur-style wrestling. Christian Cross slaps the hands under the legs, back into the waist lock. And what's he going to do here? Hoist him up and down to the mat. Chase Emery, once again, he's the collegiate athlete. He's been winning medals and championships on the college wrestling mat, so he's used to this kind of wrestling. And here he is. He's got the waist lock again. But he's being
out-wrestled right now by Christian Cross. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that you bring in a mind like Derek Vanderford for, man. You got to bring him in. This is why you get a manager like that, to bring your thinking to the next level so you don't get out-wrestled here in the middle of that squared circle.
Well, I can almost guarantee you it's going to take a heck of an individual to out-wrestle Chase Emery. But right here, Christian Cross, somebody that a lot of people probably don't put a lot of thought or stock into just based off of the wrestling gear and the way he presents himself. But he's a fantastic wrestler, and right here, he's got that arm. He's got him trapped. And Chase Emery, he's trying to figure out a way to reverse this or try to gain the advantage. And there you go. Right now, it's been a clean technical wrestling match.
Let's see if it stays that way, huh?
Well, with the G outside of the ring, you never can tell.
Chase
Emery. Huge elbow.
That's smart. Now, see, the G's been known to put his, he gets his hands dirty for his clients, but his clients pick up W's. And here in Pro Wrestling Union, I mean, what else is there? What else are you going for?
Well, mentioning some of the clients that the G has, his last client, the Trans-South Heavyweight Champion, shoulder block, and didn't seem to do a lot of damage. Like I'm saying real quick, the last client that was the Trans-South Heavyweight Champion lost the championship, and now he's no longer part of Derek Vanderford's stable. But right here, Chase Emery just taking those shoulder blocks. Christian Cross, he's got to think of something else to do because he's not going to knock this big man out that way. Ducks the line, and a big flying shoulder tackle. Goes for the pin, 1, and only a 1 count. It's going to be too soon to try to get anything more, but that really knocked Chase Emery for a loop there.
Every time you have to kick out, every time that you find yourself with your shoulders on the mat staring at those lights, it takes a little something out of you. Maybe not physically, but certainly mentally, especially in the early going of a match.
But wait a minute, Christian Cross goes for that sunset flip. But wait a minute, looks like he might be going in for that pirate pretzel. This is something that turns him over and gives you the best Captain Morgan impersonation you'll ever see right here in Pro Wrestling Union. Now let's see if he can hold it and go for that stunning drop kick. And he does, right to the lower ribs. 1 and 2. This time a 2 count. But wait a minute.
It's a little flashy, it's a little elaborate, but it's effective. And that's ultimately what's going to get him those wins. But this isn't going to. He's getting distracted here.
Oh, and a thumb to the eye. And a huge drop kick from Chase Emery.
And this is where having the G at ringside pays dividends, Cole.
You're messed up now.
Might be paying dividends right now, but you know these are the kind of tactics that we don't employ here for Pro Wrestling Union. But I know Derek Vanderford, he doesn't care about the rules. All he cares about is getting those paychecks in the win column. And wait a minute, now he's pulling on Christian Cross's head while the referee's back was turned. I tell you what, a referee's job is never easy, especially when you got somebody else on the outside of the ring. But now you got Chase Emery just stomping away with those huge stomps. Referee back
Christian Cross is the one dressed as a pirate, but it's the G who's playing dirty here today.
Absolutely. And Chase Emery whips him off. Elbow to the face. What's he going to do here? And drops another big elbow. 1, 2, but only a 2 count there. Referee Kylan Disney letting Chase Emery know, but you can see right there that the G, he's not pleased with the count, thinks it's a little bit slow, but he's directing his man to go right back to work. Christian Cross.
The G's got all these clients. The G's got all these people winning big and bringing home the paychecks. What do you think that jacket costs?
Knowing him, he probably stole it off of somebody. But now you got these big shoulder tackles right into the corner there, driving the air out of Christian Cross, but he's trying to fight back.
Christian Cross has got to do something. He's got to get out of that corner, and he's got to get his legs under him, or this is going to be over in moments.
And right now, you can see that Chase Emery's got that large arm just wrapped around the neck and the chin area for that big chin lock. And he's just cranking away at it. Our cameraman's doing a fantastic job getting these close-up shots. You don't get a lot of this in some of the other wrestling programs, but our cameraman works really hard to get up close and personal with these wrestlers, even taking some risk. And oh! His head slammed into the mat, and you know that's got to knock him loopy.
Have you noticed that the absolute calm, the cool, the smirk has not left Chase Emery's face this entire match? There's a confidence he's working with here that we didn't see in the first weeks, and that's gotta be the G's tutelage.
And you might have a point there, Michael, but right there, I think the smirk was knocked off his face after that huge forearm. And now you got the G right back onto the apron there, and referee Kylan Disney is trying to get a handle on this. But wait a minute. Chase Emery catches him.
No.
Oh, no!
Great German suplex.
Oh, my goodness. That has to be it, but he picks him back up. What's he going to do? Oh, my goodness. A big, almost like a suplex and a neck breaker in one. And that's it. Stick a fork in him. He is done. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the opening contest, the G. Frederick Vanderford's new protege, the All-American Blue Chipper, Chase Emery.
He's gotta be. I mean, with this kind of mind behind him, with the confidence this kid has and the natural ability he's bringing, no way he doesn't make a run at that PWU Heavyweight Championship.
Well, knowing Derek Vanderford, he's got championship gold on his mind, especially after having one of his clients losing one of them to the A-game Austin Jordan just this last month. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have more to come in this program as Christian Cross is heading to the back himself. But there they are right there. The G, Frederick Vanderford, and his client, victorious in the opening match. Let's go to our sponsorship for a message.
Chapter 1.
Pro Wrestling Union Explosion wants to thank one of its sponsors, Little Bit Photography. Contact Erica Sousa at 864-357-5012 to set up your appointment and capture memories that will last a lifetime.
I'm still waiting on the Wrestler of the Year from that little Mark orchestrated, ain't nobody voting on it but the boys patting each other on the back mess they call it an award show. So maybe he wants to come in here since I heard he wanted to, have a chat with me.
It's kind of funny because I really do want to have a chat with you because you kind of represent everyone that's ever said anything bad about me anywhere online, never in person. And I already know what you're going to say now that I'm here because you're the big bad outlaw Randy Wayne. This is what you do, right? Oh, you're going to beat me up. Well, guess what, buddy? That's nothing new for me. Check the name list. Anthony Henry, John Schuyler, Ethan Case, J.D. Drake. They've all beat me up. But you know what they all hate? They hate how often I get back up on my feet.
You're challenging me for my PWU Heavyweight Championship. Is that right?
The 2020 Wrestler of the Year against somebody that wasn't even on the ballot. For your PWU Heavyweight Championship.
All right. You want to dance? We'll dance. I'll see you in a little while. The floor is yours, big boy.
Well, there we have it. We will see tonight Randy Wayne versus James Johnson. Oh my gosh!
Oh. Wrestler of the Year, my ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. We're getting ready to go into the next match, one half of the double main event for the Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestler of the Year for the Carolinas, the Tye-dye Sunrise, James Johnson, is going to ringside right now.
It's incredible to see James Johnson getting this title shot. He's the first major contender here for the PWU Heavyweight Championship. He's the Wrestler of the Year. Can he do this? Can he dethrone the first PWU Heavyweight Champion? I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. It's a very exciting time here in Pro Wrestling Union.
Well, James Johnson, he had some of those comments that you saw earlier against Randy Wayne, and of course Randy Wayne answered back with that devastating belt shot to the head. And you're surprised that he didn't get a concussion.
Yeah, there's no way that James Johnson is coming into this match at 100% after a shot like that just a few weeks ago. He is going to be fighting from underneath, which is not where you want to be fighting when you are going up against the first ever PWU Heavyweight Championship.
Well, you can hear the cowbell now, and there he is. The first and reigning and defending Pro Wrestling Union Heavyweight Champion, the Outlaw Randy Wayne. And it looks like he had a few comments against our camera guy there.
Well, I bet Grandma can take a better punch than he can.
And now he's making some smart comments to the audience members. I guess he's got family in the crowd there, the cameraman.
You sure about this?
If anybody doesn't know, Luke Adams, who joined me on commentary last time, previously a referee for us in Pro Wrestling Union, but has switched over to become one of our producers. The last time he was in the wrestling ring, he got his face bashed in by the Outlaw Randy Wayne, breaking his nose and just blood everywhere. And we are glad that Luke Adams is still with us, still wanting to help us out. But I know for a fact that every time the Outlaw is nearby, Luke Adams tries to go the other way.
You know, Luke Adams, we're really happy that he's okay, but James Johnson better hope that doesn't happen to him tonight during this match. You heard the Outlaw as he got to the ring, as he got to ringside, and he looked right at his challenger and said, "Are you sure about this?" A great question. I mean, there's a reason the man is still champion. The reason no one has dethroned him yet. Here we go.
And a huge shove by the Outlaw to James Johnson. And it looks like they're ready for that bell to ring. I guess the timekeeper's slacking off a little bit. But James Johnson answers back with another shove. Pie to the face. Wait a minute, there's the bell. Oh! And a slap across the face, the confidence.
I don't know how wise that was.
We're about to see. Goes in for that lariat. But no, James Johnson going right in, chopping him.
The Tye-dye Sunrise is in no way intimidated by the champion, and that might be the best thing he has going for him here tonight. You cannot get in that ring unless you are ready to go 100% and win that title. I think James Johnson is that man tonight.
Well, he got thumb to the eye for all of his troubles, and now getting hit with that heavy hand. Oh, and a huge chop across the... Oh, my goodness. That was like a shotgun blast. Into the turnbuckle, up and over with a beautiful back body drop. And a huge forearm. James Johnson,
you have to think that the Outlaw wasn't expecting this level of intensity right out of the gate from the Tye-dye Sunrise. He is surprised, and that might actually work in James Johnson's favor. Double knees to the face.
And not only that, not only the double knees to the face, but it looked like the Outlaw's head actually hit the back of that cowbell. And I can tell you first-hand experience, that cowbell is not some thin piece of tin. That thing is heavy. It will knock a man out. And having
look at the champ's eyes. He's a little woozy. He's not entirely here.
And right again, shots to the head. And James Johnson, he's definitely got a strategy going on here, and that is to knock this man out.
And it's working.
He said he's going to take him up. Huge suplex. Going in for the pin. One, but only a one count, especially after all those heavy hits to the head, and the Outlaw still kicks out of one. But this shows the toughness of the Outlaw Randy Wayne here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason the man is still a PWU heavyweight champion. There's a reason he was the first. Look at this.
No! A T-bone suplex out of nowhere. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not part of his normal move repertoire. So this right here, he's trying to pull out some stops here to slow down the Tye-dye Sunrise. But this right here, this is what the Outlaw is known for being slow, methodical, and doing some very dirty tactics in here, especially putting the pressure and pain onto his opponents. And you can see it right here.
Yeah, look at those eyes. Those eyes that were a little glazed after that cowbell shot earlier are now laser focused on destroying the wrestler of the Carolinas for 2020.
And the Outlaw, Randy Wayne, he's now doing what he does best. You know, a lot of people talk about being a wrestler, or being a technician, a high flyer, a brawler. This man right here, Randy Wayne, he is just a nasty individual. And now he's just stomping away at the ankle there. And it looks like he's just going for every opportunity he can just to put damage. Now back to the back. Huge forearm shot. Oh, and stomps his hand. I mean, Randy Wayne is all over the place.
This is
trying to take out different body parts.
He's taking apart piece by piece.
Outlaw,
Randy Wayne is doing this to every single voter who kept him off the ballot for Wrestler of the Year.
And now he's on top of that hand. Maybe a stomp. No, he just twists the foot. Oh, my goodness. That has to be able to dislocate the fingers in some sort of way. Now the Outlaw, he's got that arm. And he takes the hand, puts it right there on the ropes. And we use the term ropes very loosely here because, in all honesty, Smallwood, I don't know if you know this, that's not just regular twine rope. That's a steel cable just encased. That's just encased.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you hit that thing. It does not feel good. It feels really, really hard. It's almost as hard as hitting the mat itself. And you don't want fingers that could already be broken further broken on those ropes. But you definitely don't want to be outside the ring on concrete here with this insane cowboy destroying your body.
James Johnson, his hand. Oh, and it goes for the chop there. But it doesn't even seem like it's affecting Randy Wayne. He's eating them. And then he eats a forearm. But Randy Wayne pulls him right back out and shoves him right into the post there. I think James Johnson tried to stop it, but I still think the damage was done at that point. And this is what the Outlaw is known for. Oh, and he's just grabbing him by the beard, dragging him around.
Yeah, Wayne's trying to make a statement. Wayne's trying
Oh, my goodness.
Here. James Johnson called him out, pointed out that he wasn't on the Wrestler of the Year ballot, despite...
Wait a minute, what's he doing? Oh, my goodness! You can see where he broke the boards in that pallet there. Those pallets are known for holding weight for up to like 300, 500-pound items, and he just sent James Johnson right into it, breaking the pallet.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. This is all academic here.
I think the Outlaw, Randy Wayne, was truly upset by the words that James Johnson said in that interview that they had in the previous episodes.
Well, wouldn't
right
you
now,
be? He's the PWU champion. He's not on the ballot for Wrestler of the Year. Of course he is. He's the champion. This is his audition for Wrestler of the Year. His trophy for Wrestler of the Year is that championship belt that he is defending very well right now.
And it might have something to do with that because, in all honesty, out of all the wrestlers and champions that we had even during this pandemic, the only wrestler that was going around defending the championship in multiple promotions throughout the country, including Texas, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina, was the Outlaw Randy Wayne. But right now, you got these two men just beating the crap out of each other, but only a 2 count. I'm
not saying that he should have gone about it the way he did. I'm not saying that, attacking James Johnson with the heavyweight title belt is the best thing to do. I'm saying that I can understand he's justifiably angry for being written off as not the best wrestler of the Carolinas.
Right now, you got James Johnson. He's kicking him right there into the thigh area, and he might have got the little area that might numb the leg a little bit. And Randy Wayne was trying to work it off. Right now, James Johnson is back on the mat. Oh, and drops the knees right into that injured knee of James Johnson. Looks like he's going for a spinning toe hold here, but James Johnson grabs him. Goes for a pin. Not quite a 2 count. I think it was very close. But Randy Wayne just back to work. He's just like it's just all over this man.
Yeah, the referee's going to have to think about stopping this.
Well, I highly doubt you're going to get James Johnson to say I quit. I tell you what, out of all the people that have huge hearts, he's definitely got one of the biggest hearts I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
And that may well be, but if he continues to get taken apart like this, he's going to be the best wrestler on the injured reserve list of 2021.
Speaking of injury reserve, oh, and just drops that knee on the inside. Looks like he's trying to break that knee. The Outlaw, Randy Wayne, he is doing whatever it takes to take out this man. And just snaps that leg back. Trying to hyperextend it a little bit from that pull. But James Johnson trying to get back onto his feet, ladies and gentlemen, and he just can't do it. But the referee is checking on him, asking him, do you want to quit? But James Johnson is refusing. The Outlaw, Randy Wayne, he's just almost stalking his prey at this point.
Randy Wayne also successfully, I think, sending a message to that entire locker room saying, if you're going to step to me, if you're going to step to the PWU champion, this is what you're going to get in between those ropes. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. Can the tie-dye sunrise? No.
Not quite. But that was a beautiful back elbow that he gave to the Outlaw. And it looked like it almost took him out. Almost. It came dangerously close to that 3 count.
It certainly
James
surprised
Johnson.
the champion, I'll tell you that.
Well, he doesn't look like he's all there right now. But he's got enough wits about him to go right back into that leg. Twisting that leg. What's he going to do? A figure 4? No, wait a minute. Looks like he's going in for an Indian deathlock. And he's got it beautifully applied here.
Center of the ring.
But the referee is checking on him. It looks like these two men are just fighting each other.
Hey, what's the eyes? Can't poke the eyes.
I think the referee kind of forced Outlaw Randy Wayne to break the hold after thumbing him into the eye like that. It looks like Randy Wayne's just going to go right back in. Got the legs up. What's he going to do now?
I gotta say, I respect the tenacity of the Tye-dye Sunrise here. He's staying in this fight despite it being Randy Wayne for the past few minutes of this battle. He hasn't been the same since he got thrown into those pallets a few minutes ago.
Absolutely not.
I can ring the bell. No.
But you could just see it right there on the face of James Johnson. The lights are still on. He's still in there, but you can just see the frustration and the pain on his face. And another big elbow.
You said it earlier, Cole. He's got heart, and he's proven it here in this ring, but it may not be enough to defeat the champion.
Randy Wayne goes down, rolls out of the way. And a knee to the side of the head. That's got to be it. Come on, go for the pin, James. Go for the pin, James. You can do this.
He's taking way too much time.
The referee goes down. 1 and 2 and a 2 count. And James Johnson just cannot believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been incredible, and it's not even over yet.
Body position, nothing was helping him there to score a pinfall, but if he keeps on him, he keeps attacking the champion, we may see the biggest upset in PWU so far.
But right here, the Outlaw Randy Wayne now toying with him, slapping him around. But no, James Johnson, he's getting fired up. Hits him with a huge right. And what's he going to do? Wait a minute, up and over. No, and a huge spine buster. This has got to be it. 1, 2. And the Outlaw Randy Wayne, he can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know if you can believe it, but the James Johnson kicked out.
How did he do that?
Randy Wayne, and just stops the hand again.
And here we go. A methodical dissection of the best wrestler of the Carolinas for 2020 by the PWU heavyweight champion, Outlaw Randy Wayne.
And he's just working all around the body. This is like very reminiscent to like Ronnie Garvin. And what's he going to do here? Going to go for the head? Wait a minute. Halts. But just insults him by just twisting that toe of the foot right there in the eyes. That's just insulting. What's Randy Wayne going to do? Headbutt. Another headbutt. And another headbutt. 4 headbutts in a row, and you can see where it's taken out both men.
You gotta think Johnson's just out on his feet at this point. He's fighting on adrenaline. His body isn't cooperating with him. He's got all the heart in the world, but he's been taken apart in this match.
Wait a minute, shoot, reverse. What's he gonna do here? Jumps off that middle rope, and a huge bulldog! Out of nowhere! 1, 2!
Give him a chance! Long 2!
And James Johnson, you can just see it right there on his face. He's shocked, but it looks like he's accepting it. He knows he's got to do a little bit more. He's
gonna
trying to get back on his feet.
He's going to have to stay on him.
What's he going to do? He's going to try to pick up. Looks like he's having some issues with that injured knee there, but he tries to readjust himself.
How is he still standing at this point? Let alone fighting, let alone staying in this match, but every single time he tries to get a little momentum, the Outlaw snuffs it right out.
Wait a minute, what is he gonna do? And he hits him with the headshot! That's his move! James Johnson, go in for the pin! 1, 2,
champion!
3! That's it! He got the 3 count! Wait a minute!
We've got ourselves. Wait, what? No! Look at the leg! Look at Randy Wayne's
Randy Wayne, the Outlaw, he had his leg over that bottom rope, making the 3 count null and void. The referee is telling James Johnson.
He's got to stay in this. He cannot let the emotion, he cannot let the disappointment rob him of the opportunity. He needs to get back in there.
Gets him up, kick to the gut, hits him with an ace crusher. But James Johnson trying to get back on his feet. Randy Wayne hits the ropes. Texas Lariat, that's his move. James Johnson looks like he's out of it.
Gotta be it.
And that's the 3 count. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible matchup. And right there you had 2 men that really laid it on the line, but at the end of the night, the heavyweight champion is still the Outlaw, Randy Wayne. And I know James Johnson's probably thinking to himself right now that he's disappointed that he didn't get the win here, but I'm going to tell you right now, he has nothing to be ashamed of in this matchup. He really laid it out there and gave the champion a real fight, and that's something that this man hasn't had from too many opponents over the last year and a half.
James Johnson proved here tonight that he deserves the accolade of the 2020 Wrestler of the Year for the Carolinas. He has all the heart in the world, and he has the tools to get there. But at the end of the day, Cole, Randy Wayne is still the top of the Pro Wrestling Union mountain. He is your heavyweight champion now and for the foreseeable future.
But wait a minute, he's shaking James Johnson's hand.
Well, look at this.
That is very uncharacteristic of the Outlaw Randy Wayne, but he lifted up James Johnson and shook his hand. I guess at the end of this whole exchange, some respect was shown by the heavyweight champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was an incredible matchup, but we still have more. We have the tag team titles on the line next, after this word. If you're ready to take that first serious step of becoming a professional wrestler, check out Team Fearless Training Academy with WCW alumni Lodi. Become the best wrestler you can be. Call 704-890-0877 or check out yourflexappeal.com for more information.
You know, just like every time we step in the door here, we have one goal, and that is Tag Team Gold. And that is going to be what happens on this endeavor. The Heatseekers are coming for the Tag Team Gold. And Inglorious, the champions that they are, I hope they shine up the belts, get them nice and ready. Because just like we do every single place we go, we do what we want, when we want, where we want. And we are going to become PWU Tag Team Champions. Tell them.
That's right, Aiden and Jeff, we fought you up and down the road. We've wrestled you up and down the road. But tonight, when we step in the ring with you, trust me, Inglorious, it's not going to be glorious when you step in there with the Heatseekers. So shine those tag team titles up and get ready to feel the burn.
Event of Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. We have the Pro Wrestling Union Tag Team Championship. In just a moment, we have one of the best tag teams. You have Sigmund, you have Elliott Russell, the Heatseekers.
Really follow professional wrestling and not hear about these guys right now. They're hot all over the world. Former 4-time NWA Tag Team Champions, which is an incredible accolade. But let's see if they can dethrone the reigning PWU Tag Team Champions.
Right now you got Sigmund, who's the technical wrestler, the high flyer, and then of course Elliott Russell, the power man. But don't let the size fool you. He's quick, he's agile himself. But right now we are going to be having the tag team champions about to be walking in. We have Aiden Cross and the closer Jeff Conley, collectively known as Inglorious. And these two guys right here, they took the tag team championship from the winners of the very first winners of the tag team titles, All Worm No Soul, back in November of 2020.
Yeah, it's been an incredible run for them as champions. They've been firing on all cylinders. It is going to take a world-class performance by a tag team to take the belt off of Inglorious. They just so happen to be across the ring from a world-class tag team. This is going to be quite a matchup.
And I always give credit where credit is due for the tag team champions, Jeff Conley. I will say, pound for pound, perhaps the best technical wrestler, maybe not just in the Southeast, but in the entire country. And then there's the wild card, that is Aiden Cross. Not the biggest man in the room, but I tell you what, he is not scared of any person. And he's about as heartless as they come as well. He hits hard, he doesn't care who he hurts, all he cares about is getting that win. And right here, we're going to see what these two teams can do in the ring together for this wonderful main event matchup.
It's going to be very interesting. You've got a really nice mix of styles here. The Heatseekers, you're mixing power and high-flying technical wrestling. With Inglorious, you're mixing two incredible technicians who also have an expert mastery of strikes, hits. This is going to be a hard-hitting, high-flying matchup. It's going to be the team that fails to make a mistake tonight who's going to walk out of here holding those belts.
All right, well, you got Jeff Conley in the ring with Sigmund, and right now they've got that tie-up. And right now it looks like they're about evenly matched, but Sigmund getting Jeff Conley right there into the corner, and a clean break. Now let's see what these two men can do here. Sizing each other up again. Looked like they was going to go for another lockup, but no, Sigmund was smart enough to go ahead and trap that arm. And he's got it. Gives it a good twist. Jeff Conley reversing out of it, doing some fancy maneuvering here. And this is what I was talking about as far as Jeff Conley being one of the best technical wrestlers. The way he was able to maneuver himself out of that armbar there.
It's all good positioning. It's all ring work. It's all footwork. It's all understanding not just your body, but your opponent's body. It takes a certain level of genius to do what he does in that ring, and Jeff Conley's he's one of the best at it. There are very few minds as clever or as there are very few minds as clever or as adept at executing as Jeff Conley.
Absolutely. And some of the things that they do, and it is hard to articulate because when you see it, it's just beautiful mastery, and both of them are top performers in that field. But right now, you've got Matt Sigmund. He's got Jeff Conley's knee viced up that way, but Jeff Conley was right there in the ropes, breaking the hold. Aiden Cross checking in on his partner because you also see that Jeff Conley is also wearing a knee brace. He injured his knee back in November, but he's still fighting here as one half of the Pro Wrestling Union Tag Team Champions. But Aiden Cross in the ring now with Sigmund, and now you're going to see what Aiden Cross can do. Very quickly, turns it around, gets the waist lock, and into a headlock there, and just snaps him over from low down in the ground, low center of gravity there. And that was just a huge snap from Sigmund.
Yeah, we've been praising the Heat. We've been praising Inglorious for how wonderfully technical they are as wrestlers. Sigmund's no slouch. He's not going to let them out wrestle him. He's here to win another championship, to add yet another accolade to the long list of titles that the Heatseekers have carried.
Right now, looks like they're trying to fill each other out again. Going to the lockup, takes the arm, twist it. Are we going to get the big man in? Here comes Elliott Russell. And here comes some pain. Elliott Russell, he's such a huge individual, and you look at everybody else that's in the ring. And the thing is that
he is towering over this ring.
Absolutely, at 6'4", close to 6'5", 260 pounds. And like I said, don't make any mistakes about it. He's a big man, but he's also very agile. He's got some technical skill himself. He just happens to be a big man with a lot of strength. But right here, he's taking advantage of Aiden Cross. Oh, and just kicks him right in the back while holding on to that arm, trapping the fingers there.
Did you see the placement of that kick? He kicked him not in the small of the back. He kicked him high between the shoulder blades. That's how tall, how big, and how flexible Elliott Russell is.
Oh, and just throws him right into the corner there, and you can see that they were doing these quick tags in and out, keeping the fresh man fresh at all times. Looks like he's going up for that power slam, maybe trying to end it sooner. Aiden Cross gets him over with that schoolboy, but no, kicks out. Oh, both men were trying to clothesline each other, but it looks like Elliott Russell's trying to dare him to do it again. What's it going to happen? No! And both men are still on their feet. Oh, but Aiden Cross, like I said, he's a little heartless individual, and he knew not to play the games. He knew that he needed to go ahead and get Elliott Russell, but a shoot in reverse. Ow! And a huge back elbow, knocking down Aiden Cross. And there you go. You got Elliott Russell right on top of the man, pulling him right back up and dropping those elbows right across the shoulder and the collarbone area. And you can see the pain registering right there in Aiden Cross's face. Tagging in Matt Sigmund.
When it comes right down to it,
drop. Oh, and a clothesline.
Expert teamwork. You know, when it comes right down to it, Inglorious aren't going to win a battle of power here with the Heatseekers, especially if they're in the ring against Elliott Russell. They're going to have to outwit this team. They're going to have to out-wrestle them, and they're going to have to get them to make a mistake.
Right there, Aiden Cross found his opening, and he's got Sigmund down and just stomping away at him. And now just applying that pressure right there into the throat. Elliott Russell looks like he's trying to go over there, trying to get him to get off his man there. And puts him right into the corner of his tag team partner. Jeff Conley is now in the ring again. Huge shot to the gut. And perfect knee placement right across the chin area, applying pressure there. Oh, and a huge shot. And Jeff Conley going after Elliott Russell, and now that's just going to piss the big man off. And now the referee has just got his attention right there on the tag team partner. And look what's happening here. Referee didn't quite see it. Well, maybe, maybe not. No, the referee didn't see the two men switch out.
Well, there, yeah, he's acknowledging a tag. You know, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about the Heatseekers being the best tag team in the world right now. And, you know, that kind of talk has got to get to Inglorious. It's got to get in their heads, make them want to prove something here tonight, taking this match, defending their titles. They want this win. It's a defining win for them as champions.
Jeff Conley, he's back in the ring. And right here, Jeff Conley doing what he does best. He puts a hold on you and applies a lot of pressure. And the way he's got this chin lock in, he's got the man down on his side instead of on his back here. And he's cranking the head up while applying that pressure right across the throat and the chin area. It's very devastating.
Yeah, that'll send you to the chiropractor real quick.
Jeff Conley is definitely a thinking man's wrestler, and so is Matt Sigmund. He was able to get himself up. Shot to the gut there, and another shot. But Jeff Conley answers back with that club across the back. It looks like Jeff Conley's kind of favoring that knee again. Holding Sigmund in place, and and a running European uppercut, snapmare, and a dropkick combination from Aiden Cross.
The Inglorious controlling two corners here in this match. I mean, that's the kind of work, that's the kind of ring awareness and ring command that, you know, gets you the PWU Tag Team Championships. Is it going to be enough tonight to make sure that they keep them? That's the question. Right now, it's looking pretty good for Inglorious.
Let me know something, ring the bell.
Indeed it is. You got Aiden Cross. He's got him pulling up on that chin there, but Matt Sigmund, he is trying to get to the ropes, and he does. The referee is doing the count now. Aiden Cross is still holding on for dear life. And Elliott Russell dodged a bullet there, but once again, he's letting his emotions get the better of him. And now you got both Jeff Conley and Aiden Cross putting the work right there on on Sigmund at this point. Elliott Russell's not doing his partner any favors at this point. But a shoot reverse. and a drop kick, and both men are down. Aiden Cross tags in Jeff Conley. What's he going to do here? Pulls the man back and just goes right in, starts cranking on that chin, holding him in place.
This is smart. Keep Elliott Russell on that apron. Make him wait. Make him tire himself out begging for a tag while you take apart his tag team partner right in front of him. This is textbook tag team wrestling.
But the cameraman just a moment ago, you could see Elliott Russell was just swaying there. You can see this just eating away at him just as much as Jeff Conley is kind of eating away here at Sigmund. Now he's got him set up. But wait a minute. He blocks the suplex and answers back with a suplex of his own. Now you got both of the men down on the mat, and Elliott Russell is just over there beating on that top turnbuckle there, trying to will his man to come back over and tag him in.
Oh, but it's in the wrong corner.
Aiden crosses in, but Sigmund rolls in, and the big man is back in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Aiden Cross eating some shots here. Knee to the gut. Throws him in, and a back body drop. But wait a minute, Elliott Russell, he is calling for a choke slam, but wait a minute, and he knocks Jeff Conley off the apron. Cross back on his feet.
This is what they wanted to avoid.
Picks him up, and a huge choke slam. Going in for the pin here. 1, 2.
Is this it? New champs.
Oh! And Aiden Cross somehow managed to roll that shoulder up. Not necessarily a kick out. He knew he had to get that shoulder up to break the count. But Sigmund comes running in. Elliott Russell comes running in and hits that. Gets hit in the face with the elbow. And now Aiden Cross has got that dragon sleeper. But wait a minute.
Trying for that top rope guillotine, but oh no, bad position.
Could this be the heat-seeking missile? There's the power slam. Sigmund's going to go up. Flying headbutt. This is it. This has got to be it.
New
1,
champions.
2. But wait a minute. Jeff Conley got into the ring, snatching one of the tag belts and kind of striking Matt Sigmund with the tag belt. Oh my goodness! We almost had brand new Pro Wrestling Union Tag Team Champions. And Elliott Russell.
If you're trying to keep a championship, that was a brilliant move. That was a brilliant move to keep a championship. But you have got to feel it for the Heatseekers. They had that match won.
Oh, but wait a minute. Elliott Russell has Aiden Cross. What's he going to do? Hoist him up in a huge power bomb.
Wow. Statement sent.
And Elliott Russell's letting them know it's not going to be that way the next time they meet in the ring, that they're going to win the tag team championships.
That was about as close as you get to new champions without there being a title change. That disqualification came in the 11th and a half hour. The Heatseekers are probably going to have an argument for a rematch here, and I don't think they're going to be quite as forgiving the next time. But at the end of the day, Inglorius are still your tag team champions.